Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. So today I'm going to show you guys what to sell to make Gil now that the Savage tier has officially been released. Now before we continue with this video, if you guys want early access to my Gil making guides, make sure to become a YouTube member or Patreon supporter for just $1 a month. Links for those will be in the description down below, as well as make sure that you check your market board before selling anything, this way you guys don't waste time selling something that just doesn't want to move. So usually I like to make a lot of Gil before I make my Gil guides, but at this point, I don't think it really matters how much I made. It's just basically going off the sales search tree. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so the first thing that we ultimately would sell is the pots. Obviously mine, intelligence, dexterity, and strength. With strength and dexterity being the two top ones because obviously those are the top DPS that you'll be using, or you most likely will be seeing in the Savage tiers. So strength is the universal one because a lot of tanks also melees use these as well. So they're going for almost 5,000 gil apiece. And as you can see here, they've been selling all day. Funny enough, the extracts that are made or used to make the pots actually sell more than a stack of 99. So if you don't want to craft these potions, you're going to sell the extract, if they sell, by the way. Next is dexterity for obviously your ranged players that require dexterity. Normal quality, I can say it's good if you're trying to progress the fight. So if you don't want to pay out expensive amount of gil for high quality, you can buy all the normal quality ones just for progress and then go for the high quality when you know that you're able to clear the fight. Ultimately, you always want to sell high quality. So they're almost going for 6,000 gil. And as you can see, they are going just as good as the strength ones, which is quite nice. Next is intelligence, for the ones that are used in casters. These are going for almost 5,300 with a little bit better undercutting. Never undercut normal quality, or never undercut with high quality materials under normal quality. Only undercut high quality with high quality and leave normal quality alone. So that's going for, if that wasn't undercutted badly, almost 6,000 gil. And they're still selling quite nicely as well. Not as much as strength and dexterity, but it is what it is. And mind, obviously you want to make sure they're doing max damage with your healers, especially during your burst. They're going for almost 6,500 apiece, as you can see here. The ultimate reason why some people are selling the normal quality is because either their macros failed because of lag and DDoS attacks they've been having trouble dealing with, or their rotations are just really bad and they don't really know how to make it 100% high quality, even though the fact that the sanctified water gives you half the high quality required. Or some people are just using script sets. So next is the two high tier foods, which is the popoto potage, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the caramel popcorn, which is actually the most annoyingest to make. So the potage here is going for almost 5,400 apiece. Now for food, it's usually people like to use two at once to make it an hour duration. So food usually lasts longer than pots because pots is the one and done, and so they only last like a minute or so. So I will say that pots are great for clearing and food is great for progging in my case. So the potage is not really selling as much as the popcorn, which we'll see, but they are selling quite nicely. Popcorn itself is selling a bit less, like in terms of amounts, but they do sell more than the other one. So they're going for almost 3,500 each. Last but not least is going to be the aethersan that is required to make the pots and the food itself. If you're not a crafter, the aethersands is great if you're a gatherer only, going for around 4,000, almost 4,100 each. As you can see here, people are buying them because they need them, obviously. And you also can get these through the cosmic exploration as well as scripts if you're a gatherer, so you guys can go with that. So basically that is the items that you will ultimately sell during the Savage tier. Obviously, most likely you'll have other items that you probably are still selling yourself, so go based off what you think is good to sell and based off my list here as well. So now let's go over to my retainers to show you guys what I have sold so far. Okay, so I've only sold enough to make me over 1.6 million gil. So first off, we have the potions I've sold. This was on the 1st, the 4th, and then of course after the Savage tier released. Materia, if you're wondering, yes, they have dropped, but if you have any battle materia, go ahead and sell it now because it's probably the last time battle materia will be worth selling. Even this ultimate that's coming out in 0.5 most people already had their gear already taken care of. Even though we're getting the upgrades to crafted and of course tome gear for the catch-up people, that they'll still be able to melt, but they're not going to be over melting because the only guaranteed slots are going to be available. So the other ones that I've also sold were still the tome items. As you'll see here, they're still selling. So if you guys want to sell your tome stuff as well as a battle job only, they're still viable. Don't expect them to fly off the shelves like they used to. I think this one here also had a couple things that I sold in the past. Yeah, here was the material that I sold recently. As you can see, it's definitely a big drop. And here's all the food that I sold. Strictly was the popcorn. And yeah, they definitely dropped considerably. But hey, if you guys are bored and want to make some small amount of gil, popcorn definitely is my go-to. But if you guys want to sell the materials, so let's go into the popcorn materials. The corn oil, the palm sugar, and the fermented butter. You do need to use shards to make the butter because it's a Heaven's Word item. And the yak milk can be bought from the Crystarium if you guys want the yak milk. Otherwise, have your retainer get them yourself. And of course, there's the aethersands right there. Let's go into the book here for the potage. So you have the other oil from Shadowbringers, then you have the mountain salt. And if you want, you can sell the sanctified waters and the reagents like the pearl grass, the eucalyptus, the chamomile, and the wind parsley if they are selling. But you want to look into the sanctified water, you also can do that as well. Okay, so those are the items you also can add to your list if those are selling, for those people who just don't want to go out of their way to make the items. Since the sanctified water you do need, I think the monster drops. Yeah, you have the claws, and then you have the Yactal spring water if you guys want to sell those as well. You also got the water clusters and crystals and stuff like that if you want to add that to your list as well, but I'm not going to go into that because there's just too much to go through. But those are my honorable mentions, I would say. Okay guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel for more Final Fantasy XIV content, and I will be making more guild guides when the Cosmic Exploration update comes, and also the Occult Crescent when we get the next relic, because maybe crafting is going to be involved in there as well. We won't know, but I will see you guys in the next one. Happy selling! And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. And the extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging